You are listening to the Get Global Network podcast of Artist on Deck.
It's your boy. Right now to the point where it's time for me to do my own shit. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. It's your boy Chucc. I be on my grown man, gold frames, gold chain, in my own lane, that's no game. Road rage cause I drive crazy, and I'm blazing. Fuck what niggas gotta say, Chuck been waiting patient, trying to get features, but niggas act like they can't say shit. So they let me know who real and who I can relate with. Riding through the city solo, bumping my own shit. I listen to me, cause I'm the only one I roll with. I be on my grown man, so I'ma do my own thing. Don't need your help, I got my own change. So I'ma do my own thing. I be on my grown man, so I'ma do my own thing. Don't need your help, I got my own change. So I'ma do my own thing. Yeah, nigga, I'ma do my own shit. I don't need y'all niggas help. It's your boy, Chucc. Y'all niggas gon' feel me, nigga, for real. I be on my own shit. They act like hoes, that's why I can't get along with them. Don't trust a soul, cause my bro was my bro's killer. Hurt me inside, a nigga cried, a whole river. So cold I shiver, I wish I didn't remember. Late night try to come up with a quick stack. We can fight, I ain't with all that shit chat. In the trunk of the lack with a brick at. Pistol by my nuts, look like my dick fat. A couple bitches wanna fuck, I ain't even asked them. But I'm in love with Chuck, I gotta keep stacking. I gotta double it up, time to get in traffic. Studio late nights, gotta lace the track. Everything that I spin, gotta make it back. A nigga full of their hand, about to face a sack. And all my niggas in the pen, gotta face the fact. They been betrayed by the snakes and rags. Praying to God that my niggas get to make it back. Young nigga heart scarred from a crazy past. That explains my crazy ass, I be on my grown man, so I'ma do my own thing. Don't need your help, I got my own change. So I'ma do my own thing. I be on my grown man, so I'ma do my own thing. Don't need your help, I got my own change. So I'ma do my own thing.
Hey, this is K. Rose, General Manager of the Get Global Network and Program Director for Yes-Sir-FM and So Metro Radio and a few other stations that we actually run on the global leader in independent artist radio, the Get Global Network. Today you are listening to another edition of Artist on Deck. And today we have an artist out of Tulsa, Oklahoma, actually my hometown. Young man that goes by. I'm making sure I get your AK correct. Your AKA is. What do you go by? Let me ask it that way, so we let you tell the people.
Hey, how y'all doing, man? I'm glad to be here. I go by Chuck. My rap name, my stage name is Chucc Chucc. But everybody that know me in my city and all my friends and my peers and all that, they call me Chuck. So I mean, Chuck is fine. Chucc Chucc. However you want to do it. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, and is it something? That's something you came from, just some of your friends, or is it something you started calling yourself, or where did the AKA, the nickname, come from, the stage name?
Well, actually, it came from my freshman year. I played high school basketball, and I was the only freshman that made varsity, and we had this mean coach named Randy Rutherford, and I had a jump shot, you know what I mean, a real good jump shot, man. And they started calling me Sweet Stroke Chuck, and ever since then, that name, they just been calling me Chuck. I just ran with it, and they call me that to this day. So that's my stage name.
All right, and who did you play for in Tulsa?
I played for Tulsa Central High School.
Okay,
That's
yeah.
the high school I went to. middle school, I went to Cleveland first. No, I went to Whitney first, actually. Then I went to Gilcrease, then Cleveland Middle School. You know what I mean?
So you're a North Sider.
North Side, yeah, North Tulsa.
Yeah, see, I say that for those people that know me. They know I'm from Tulsa. Born there, went to
Okay.
all the
You
way
from the
through
North
high
Side?
school. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I
Yeah, so
lived.
you know what I'm talking about.
Oh, I know everywhere you're talking about. My wife went to Gilcrease. I had good friends that went to Gilcrease. I went to Monroe, not to diddle daddle in some of the Tulsa thing,
Yeah.
but I know the area. I've been there. My mother still lives there. Family still lives there, so I frequent Tulsa.
Yeah.
But that's one thing people don't understand. There are a lot of talented people in Tulsa, a lot of hip-hop artists that are trying to come up. That's what Artist on Deck is. We're bringing light to artists that are ready, really, to go, ready to be known globally. And Tulsa is full of talented people, home of the Gap Band, of course, and other talented people. And home of Black Wall Street. People that know me know I talk about that all the time, and that's something that a lot of people in Oklahoma don't know about, white people especially. But we're not going down that road today because I don't want to get too out of whack and ticked off, pissed off, because it will take me over the edge. But as you've lived there all your life, and what is your earliest memory that you have performing in front of an audience? And that's any audience. It could be family at parties, it could be friends, it could be at school. What was your first real memory of performing in front of an audience?
Okay, my first memory, I actually remember I was about 8 years old. I went to one of my family reunions, and me and my big cousin's older than me, right? So we always used to rap all the time. And at the family reunion, we were having a talent show. And so before the talent show, he kept pressing me about performing in front of the talent show. So I'm like, at first I'm nervous about it because, I could rap, but I never performed in front of anybody. Me, I'm 8 years old. I'm like, man, what if they don't like it and all that? So anyways, push come to shove, I came down to doing it. And I performed in front of the family, and I actually did a good job. I even remember my little first line. I was like, I said, Woody, I'm short, so give me a boost, and I got more rhymes than Dr. Seuss. I remember that. Then I had the whole family laughing, man. I got it all on footage and stuff, man. That's my earliest memory.
And so, performing in front of anyone. First of all, for those people who think it's easy, for those people who think it is easy to speak in front of people, let alone perform, you have to have just a certain mentality. You have to have a certain confidence to be able to do that. And you did this, you said, at 8, did I hear you say?
Yeah, 8 years old, man. I remember.
Man, and it's not like we talking to somebody like me. I'm old. I'm an older person. I went to Booker T when it was Booker T, not Tulsa, Washington. And so, to be able to do that at 8, I can remember being young and doing different things. And you said you got good feedback, or you felt something. Was there something where you kind of got the bug when you got the energy from performing in front of your relatives?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Okay. And so when you did that, you got that feeling, and you started down this lane. Again, back at 8, it sounds like you had. When did you really decide you wanted to get into this and make this something that was more than just a hobby or just something fun to do? When did you decide you wanted to make this a career?
Man, I decided I wanted to make it a career as soon as I was able to afford it. Man, I always had a passion for music. I always wanted to mess with music and record music and write music. But I never was fortunate to do it for myself, you know what I mean? So I would be going to other people's studios or getting on phones with my friends, and just hope that they will put me in a video or call me to get on the show or something like that. But man, it's just that I was just waiting on. Really, I was just trying to get my pockets right. But now that I can afford to do my own thing, I just been just going shit from. That's how I've been doing it. Just putting my own work into it and just seeing how it work out.
And you are looking at this as I think all people should that are going to do this. If you really want to do this and you want to do it as a career, you have to look at it as a business. You said something that was interesting. You said that you really started to, you got serious about it, but you were thinking about you needed to put your own money into it, basically.
Yeah.
And so you, as a young man, you were probably, going to high school, playing sports. You come out, you maybe go to college, or you are starting to prepare for your life, or you're working. Are you putting money into the bucket yourself to pay for your production, to executive produce your music? Are you the person or the entity that runs your business?
Yes, sir. I do everything myself, man. I reach out to different people around the city, around different states, and whichever one gives me good feedback, you know what I mean, I pay them what they charge, and I just put everything together. Like I don't have a personal engineer or a personal studio I go to. I research on who's the best studio, who's the best engineer, and then I just reach out to them and then build a relationship like that. So I be bouncing around from different people.
Okay. And I mean, again, your head is in a place a lot of young artists are not. I mean, you're really looking at this as something where you want to be successful at it. And so what are you going to consider to be that point where you can say, hey, I'm a success in this business? What are you going to look at and say when you achieve that, what are you going to be at to where you consider yourself to be successful in the music business?
Man, I would say I would be successful once I start really being able to get paid, selling out shows and selling out venues, people actually buying my CDs and stuff, my merchandise that I promote. That's when that's how I see myself being successful as far as the music aspect. But there's other things I want to get into other than music. But the music, I have a passion for music, man. I want people to know me as an artist first before they see the director side of me, because I like to make movies, like come up with different ideas, movie schemes and skits and stuff. Then I like to draw.
Right, that's what I was going to ask you. So you have like an artistic side that is, I mean, being an artist, period. You are an artist. You are a MC, a rapper. I consider what you're doing. A lot of people are rappers, but there are MCs who I could kind of get that from listening to some of your music and just the conversation. You like to actually create things, is what I think I'm hearing.
Yes, sir. I'm into that whole creative side, man. I love to create new things. Well, I want my material to be like, when someone view it, after they view it, they'll look at it like, man, I gotta watch that again. Like first, like all my material, the people I know people that gave me feedback, they'll tell me, like, man, at first I had to watch the video first, then I went back to listen to the music to put the story together. You know what I mean? I like that type of feedback.
Okay, and you like them, so we're not just looking at the TNA video. We're not just looking at a video with you standing on stage rapping into a microphone. You are doing video that may have that element in it, but that's not the whole video.
Yeah.
And that's what people need to understand. There are a lot of artists, and again, there are artists and there are rappers. There are a lot of artists like yourself that you have many other things it sounds like that you really want to achieve in this business. And so who is it that's inspiring you to continue to work toward this career in this entertainment field? Who's the driving force, or what is the driving force? You tell the audience.
Really, man, to be honest, my driving force is all of the doors that's being closed in my face, man. That really motivates me. It motivates me because deep down in my heart, I really know that I can do this, and I really know that, like, I have something for the world to see. All I need is, like, the right eyes to see it, you know what I mean? I need to grab the right fans, and I feel like I feel like, man, the people that don't reach out to me, you know what I mean? Everybody that I reach out to, I offer money. You know, I ask how much would you charge me for this, or what are your rates for this? And all I want is feedback, positive feedback, which, you know, it's a lot of politics in this industry, you know, so it's hard to get a feedback from people, you know what I mean? To me, that, man, it's kind of stressful as an artist because, you know, this is very important because I really love this and I take it serious. But on the other end, it also makes me feel good because it's like, man, that's just another person I got to show. You know what I mean? Once I get to my destination. And like, man, the road been bumpy. It's been a bumpy road, but I'm gonna keep pushing until I get it. And I know for a fact I'm gonna get. I believe that.
Well, you have to visualize it. You have to see it, and there is also the ability to listen to criticism, and to, if you're having a lot of people telling you shouldn't do something, then you have to listen to that. But, you know, even Michael Jordan didn't make the team, literally didn't make the team. Okay, and it was like, oh yeah, okay, scrawny guy, you can go sit down somewhere. And you know, and it didn't break him to where he didn't go back out there and really achieve what he wanted to. It drove him, just like we're talking about with you. And that's an important thing that people need to understand. You are going to have doors closed in your face. They're going to slam it on your face, literally, talk bad about you. And a lot of it is jealousy. There's a lot of jealousy in this industry, and there are a lot of people that, you know, you might want to get on a verse with, and you get to a point to where they get the word that you may do so well, they may not want you to get on the first verse. Because they don't want to have to deal with their boys not listening to the rest of the song. And so one thing I wanted to ask you, as you mentioned before, that you one of the songs that we're going to play today is a collab. What artist, male or female, whether they're like industry heavyweights or independent artists or just people that you know, what artists would you like to work with? You know, if you haven't, those that you haven't worked with before, what artist would you like to work with, and why would you like to work with that artist?
That's in my city, or just like an artist that's in the music industry right now that I look up to, or
anybody. I mean, it could be, you know, a pop artist, it could be a rapper, it could be an R&B, it could be anybody you want to collab with. Who would you like to work with on a song?
Man, I would love to do a record with someone like an Andre 3000, or like a Jada Kiss, or like a Lil Boosie or Zero. I like those type of artists because when I listen to their music, it makes me feel like I know them. You know what I mean? It makes me feel like they were one of my friends that grew up with me. That like we share some similar stories. You know what I mean? And it's like I relate to those artists. And I like Andre 3000. I like how creative he is. And I'm pretty sure by us working together, we can come up with something, man, so legendary.
And so are you, you know, artistic to the point to where you'd like to do some things like he has done, where he's done like animated things and, you know, cartoons and things like that? Is that something that you might possibly want to get into as you develop your career?
Yes, man, it's definitely something I would like to get into because I actually would love to do a cartoon TV show. I've been working on it since I say like middle school. I coming up with a cartoon, and I got like, it's like I have different scenes that I've been practicing, but it's like it's not like scenes, but it's like what I would say, like different scripts.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like if I think of something funny this day, I'll write it down and add it with this. But I have a cartoon that I really wanted to do. I just haven't gave it no focus yet because I'm really focused on another goal right now. But that'll be one of my goals once I get my foot in the door, if that makes sense.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, you are basically, there are a lot of artists and entertainers, period. They may have wanted to start out in a certain direction. I mean, Jamie Foxx being somebody that comes to mind immediately. He thought he was going to be a musician. And prior to him having a door open to him through comedy and through acting to do what he wanted to do with music. And you're at a position to where you're developing your career as a MC. Go ahead and introduce the song that we're going to go to break with. And before we go into break, tell everyone about that song and tell everybody where you came up with the concept for that song that we're going to play during break.
The song is called "It Ain't the Same," and I came up with the concept of the song because actually the song is dedicated to my friend Keandre Love, who has passed away. And after he died, well, the day I heard it, he died. Matter of fact, I was working on music anyway. And when I heard he died, I heard the bad news. I was sitting around. Well, at first I couldn't believe it or whatever. Then I turned it into a song, and it was dope, man. And then so I called his brother, because me and his brother, we're close, like real, like we might as well call each other brothers. That's how close we are. And I called his brother, his twin brother, because his twin brother is on the song too. His name's Fat Feezy. Shout out to Fat Feezy. He's another artist that I'm gonna bring with me on my uprising. But me and him got on the song together, and we did it dedicated to him. And I have a video shot for it too, and it got like the whole family in it, his kids and everything. So basically, it was a dedication song to a high school friend of mine.
All right, well, we're going into break with It Ain't the Same. We're going to point everybody in the direction so they can get that video and take a look at it. Again, everyone, you're listening to Artist on Deck here on the Get Global Network.
Dedicate this to Keandre Love, a.k.a. Day Day. RNRIP, homie. Real nigga, rest in peace. Yeah. Dear Lola, keep your head strong, praying over your pain. I know it's hard to live on, just wanna let you know I got love for you, that's on my soul. Treated your kids like blood brothers, I love my bros, they always had my back. I always kept it real with me, never told me no. Fat, nigga, I'm here with you. If you choose to ride where they at, nigga, I kill with you. The reason why I got your back, cause I'm your real nigga. And Day Day, I remember you used to rag a lot, beating on bitch niggas with hands, didn't have to pack a Glock. He went out beating the nigga's ass, then that faggot shot him. Had to write this song, nigga. Cause ever since you been gone, it ain't the same no more. It ain't the same no more. Just trying to be strong. Feel like I can't let go. Feel like I can't let go. No, it ain't the same no more. It ain't the same no more. Feel like I can't let go. Feel like I can't let go. Yeah, just reminiscing the old days. He never held his tongue, exposed niggas with whole ways. A clique of niggas stepped in the party, we all had on J's. With Clippers, man, that boy was an artist, cut all our bald fades. R.I.P. Keandre Love, nigga, this for you. Young nigga, heart big as a lung, nigga, this the truth. Man, the way you died was wrong, so I had to write this song, just to let you know, nigga. Cause ever since you been gone, it ain't the same no more. It ain't the same no more. Just trying to be strong. Feel like I can't let go. Feel like I can't let go. No, it ain't the same no more. It ain't the same no more. Feel like I can't let go.
Recipes down.
Feel like I can't let go.
Look. Damn. Life has been fucked up ever since you've been gone. Life has been real tough. I don't even know if I can deal with it. I had enough. Chuck, know I'm ready to ride, so is you down to what? All my niggas done changed on me and I can never trust. Keep that rocket right by my side, nigga. Who scared to bust? Run up on Fat Feezy, you just press your luck. Rest in peace to Day Day, nigga. We live it up. You can't be a part of my team if you ain't give up. Talking down on Day Day get you chewed up. Disrespecting my mom and family get you bruised up. That's what you been, I'm doing fine. I'm on the grind, trying to keep from crying with my brother. On my fucking mind, I told God to send me a sign. But, cause I just lost a piece of mind. But, I gotta keep my head, trying to keep it right. That's why I'm sipping on this dirty Sprite.
It ain't the same no more. It ain't the same no more. Just trying to be strong. Feel like I can't let go. Feel like I can't let go. No, it ain't the same no more. It ain't the same no more. Feel like I can't let go. Feel like I can't let go.
Hey again, this is K Rose, General Manager of the Get Global Network, and you are listening to another edition of Artist on Deck, and we have the artist Chucc out of Tulsa, Oklahoma. That last song that you heard as we came back in from the break was a song called Born Sinner. And Chucc, you were mentioning to me during the break that song has a mini movie that you shot.
Yeah, it has a mini movie that I shot by King Spencer, and we both came together, put our heads to it, and came up with a concept on how we're gonna do it. And it's like the mini movie. You can check it out on YouTube. It's called Chucc Chucc Born Sinner, and basically the concept it shows you how you can be friends with the individual for a long time. They can know your mom, your child, your relatives. They can know your whole family. And over money, it'll make your closest relative change on you. You know what I mean? And in the video, it shows that type of activity. It gives you an idea of what's going on in my environment where I'm from.
And see, I ask everyone, or I ask most of the artists that I interview for Artist on Deck, and then we have another series called The Wave where we interview comedians and musicians and business owners and artists. I ask them that, especially with comedians and songwriters, which and as an MC you're a songwriter, are there experiences that you have gone through that you did mention the song that we came into break with? It Ain't the Same, that came from an experience. Is that song we just talked about, Born Sinner, is that part of a actual real life thing for you, or something that you've seen happening around you?
Yeah, it actually is a real life thing. And then the story actually happened to a relative of mine, and me, I basically acted it out. I acted like I was my relative who the song was dedicated to. So I acted his scene out. Like the type of person he was the type of person that he'd give you his last if you needed it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And for someone to murder him just to rob him, it has to be jealousy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's the scary part about the world. You do things that you're doing things for your own purpose, as far as you looking to do the right thing, and there are just so many evil influences out there. You just never know where they lie.
Yeah, and most times they're closer than you think. What I mean by closer than you think, it means in your friend zone.
Yeah,
I call them frenemies instead of enemies. If that makes sense.
Oh no, it does, because I mean, and they can be, whether they are actual true blood relatives or people that you work with or people that you may have grown up with. It seems there you don't see the jealousy that people may have for you until you really look like you're succeeding. And I'm not even saying you got a Grammy or anything. I'm not saying you went gold on a song. They may just be jealous because you're better at being an artist than they think they are. And I mean, you get people that have reactions that are not logical. So let me just put it that way, without trying to put anybody on blast in my own personal life. But there are people that they you would hope that they were happy for you, but that's not always the case. And so the people that you're around, you got to watch who you're around. And part of that leads me to another question. If you could change one thing about your career so far, what would you change, and why would you change that one thing?
If I could change one thing about my career, to be honestly, man, I would really be playing basketball right now, man. I really that was my passion. Like my whole city I'm known for playing basketball. So Yeah, so a lot of people would ask me, man, why you didn't go to college and play ball, man? What happened? What happened with ball? And the real reason what happened is because like my senior year they made a new law to where you had to pass 7 tests in order to graduate. You know what I mean? You can have straight A's in all of your classes, but if you don't pass the 7 of the end of the instruction test, that's what they called it, EOI. Mm-hmm. If you didn't pass that test, you would walk across the stage, but you wouldn't get your diploma, and that will hold you back from going to the next level of your education or sports or whatever. You know what I mean? So,
do they make you take because we have things here in the state of Texas where you have to basically take these series of tests and you have to pass them, just like you're saying, over, I guess, from your freshman to senior year, you should have passed X number of tests, and then they do the same thing. So do they give you the opportunity to retake them, or do they to get your diploma, or how do they work you through that?
My thing, I had to go. I actually was upset about it, so I quit going to school. So I was like, I graduated, but I didn't have my diploma. So really, I didn't. Basically, I did 12 years for no reason. So I was just like, forget school. But then, you know, my family, my mom and sister, and them, they were all on me, pressing me, saying I need to go back and at least get my diploma. So I had enrolled into like an online class, and I was taking my classes online. And so I went back to school for another year and a half after I was supposed to graduate, and I got my diploma again. And I went tried out for a college team, and I made the team, but I didn't want to take out. They offered me a partial scholarship. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I didn't want to take out loans. You know what I mean? Because I just wasn't comfortable with paying that much money for that school. Because at the time, that's a small school. You know what I mean? And I just didn't agree. I didn't agree with the numbers.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And so I didn't take it. But I would. If I could go back, man, I would just do it just to get that experience because, man, I love basketball, and I didn't want to just give it up that easy like that.
And so you're still at a stage now to where music pretty much is your focal point. And are you at a position to where if somebody came up to you and said, hey, you know, if you want to come and do this or that or play here or there, are you just pretty much at a point to where you just are not going to even visit that again? Or are you just going to be play on the celebrity teams and just abuse people, during the NBA All-Star weekend type thing?
Man, if I had the opportunity to play ball again, man, I would go for it. Just because I love basketball. Like basketball music was my escape from the real world. You know what I mean? So growing up and stuff, when I would go through certain things in my life, I would go there. I walk to a park down the street from my house in my old neighborhood, play ball and rap. You know what I mean?
Right.
Just to get over my frustration. And, I became real good at it. Like, I have YouTube videos of that, too, if y'all want to check that out, too.
Oh, yeah.
Charles Boaz highlights, man. Y'all see me getting that.
And then, as far as your high school career in basketball, things like that, are we talking state tournament type things, or how far did your teams go in basketball?
We were real good, man. We was one of the top teams in the state. Like, I was pretty much ranked. I know, like my sophomore year, I was ranked number 1 in my class in my state. And, like, my freshman year, I was, like, the only freshman on varsity getting burned. And then from there on out, I was balling. You know what I mean? We was balling. We had a good team. But we didn't win the championship, but we always make it to the tournament. Like, one year we lost in the semifinal, like the game right before the championship.
Mm-hmm.
We lost by 3 points. And that was my senior year. And, I'll never forget that,
Oh, yeah. Well, there are some things I carry with myself to this day about my playing football as a senior that I think about them sometime, and I started thinking about them when you were saying that. And, people don't realize that athletics, a lot of people think it's, oh, well, it's just you just playing a game or so and so. Well, when you do anything competitive, and that can be, sitting down playing a board game or playing dominoes or playing cards or chess or checkers, it's a mindset as far as being competitive. And it's the same type thing as an artist. I mean, rappers are known to be, in a lot of cases, overly arrogant and boastful, but you have to have an edge just to be in the industry and be an artist. And as you look back, you had memories from that sports side. What has been your most memorable performance as a MC, and what made that a thing that just stood out in your memory?
As an MC, man, I just believe that I can make good music. I love music so much to where I create good music, and I go through so much stuff to where I can make music. I just make music about stuff that I'm going through, and other people can relate to it. And it makes me want to make more music. Like, dang, I got some other stuff you might can relate to. You know what I mean?
Well, do you have one stage performance, like that you opened for someone, or were you at high school and the crowd was going crazy, or were you?
Yeah, I didn't open up for plenty of people. I didn't open up for like Twister before. I opened up for the comedy show Joe Torre. He had came to Tulsa. I had opened up for Gorilla Zoe before, and like every time I perform, it's like I get the crowd. It's like it's not a oh like that, but it's I get everyone's attention. You know what I mean? To where everyone's eyes is locked on me, and really that's important to me because it's like you listen to me the whole thing, so I know you got something for me. You were at some point in my performance, you remember me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when I exit the stage, I feel like they're gonna remember me. And when I exit the stage, it's always people shake my hand, give me daps. I'm not like a celebrity or nothing like that. You know what I mean? But a lot of people respect my music. And they feel it. So
yeah,
I appreciate that.
And that's important that you get a vibe from your performances. People don't understand that artists feed off that. And, when you're performing in front of a crowd and they're going to the restroom or they're going to get drinks at the bar and they're not paying attention to you, as an artist, it's something that, it's like, hey, what am I not doing? A good artist are going to go out there and try and figure out how to change it. And so do you even, and I ask people this all the time because I work with an artist and he will tell me a certain thing after his performance, but when you're performing, do you kind of zone out, or do you remember every part of the performance?
Yeah, I remember every part, but me, I don't really zone out. I mean, I zone the crowd out. You know what I mean? And one of my big cousins who he mentored me sometimes about performing, I asked him because they perform all the time growing up. Shout out to GP the General and Pharaoh, and they mentor me a lot, and they told me when I perform, never look the audience in their eyes. You know what I mean? So basically, when you performing, keep your eyes straight and just feel your rap, feel your music. You know what I mean? So basically, you in your own zone. Basically, you just tuning everyone out. But they told me if you look your fans in the eyes, or not, they're not your fans. Even if they're not your fans yet, but if you look them in their eyes and they give you a look to where they're not interested, that's just your perception. You know what I mean? But you really don't know if they're interested or not. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that could kind of, like, say if you were on stage performing and I'm looking at you, I'm giving you a look that's like I'm not feeling it. But
that
really,
I'm interpreting that. I'm interpreting it as you not feeling it.
Yeah. And I really am feeling it though. But you probably would be like, it'd probably kill your confidence a little bit. It probably interfere with your performance. So if you're not looking at them, then you're not worried about it. You know what I mean? So you're going to continue to do your thing.
No, that's good advice. That's good advice.
Yeah, and so when I tried it, it works, man. So I just took it and ran with it.
And see, we did our first Artist on Deck interview with Benjamin Pharaoh, and so we quite familiar with his music, and so you're dealing with somebody that's giving you some good information, good content, good advice, and it sounds like you said you tried it out, it worked, and you rolling with it now. So
yes, sir.
And you go out, and we're getting ready to kind of wind down the interview. When you go and you jump in your car right now, or a lot of times, my question has evolved because I've been doing these interviews for a while. If you looking at your cell phone, the music that's on your cell phone other than your own, who are you listening to right now? Who are you really feeling as an artist, whether you're listening in the car or you're listening from your phone?
Man, to be honest, in my phone, all I have is my music.
Yeah.
But in the car, man, really, I like to listen to Tupac. I listen to a lot of E40, old E40. I listen to a lot of Pimp C. I listen to a lot of older music. You know what I mean? And it's like, it just, for some reason, I like the storytelling music because it's like I can feel that. You know what I mean? I really don't like too much of the hype man songs. I listen to, who else? Boosie. I love Lil Boosie, his old music. I love his new music too, but it's just his old music. Growing up, it just brings back so much memories. You know what I mean? With certain individuals I used to run with back in the day. So it's like, yeah, I love Boosie, the old music, man. I just gotta say that, man. That was our stage. Boosie had us running wild out here, man.
He had an effect on your everyday life.
Yeah, it did.
And so as we get close to ending the interview, tell everybody how they can connect with you on social media, on the internet, period, or just, personally, if they want to get a verse from you. How do people connect with Chucc?
Personally, if you want to get a verse from me, man, you can email me at boazcharles11@gmail.com, and you spell it Boaz, BOAZCHARLES 11@gmail.com. And I have my Facebook. You can add me as Chucc Chucc, or my Twitter. You can add me as @Chucc-Chucc-music, and then my Instagram is Chucc Chucc. That's pretty much Chucc Chucc. I try to make it as easy as possible. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's branding. It's called branding. You make sure everybody follows that brand. So
yeah,
that is the way it's supposed to be.
Yes, sir.
Okay, tell everyone we're getting ready to end the interview. Again, everyone, you have been listening to the Get Global Network Artist on Deck interview with Chucc Chucc, however you want to call it, out of Tulsa, Oklahoma, home of some of the hottest artists on the planet right now. Tell everyone a little bit about the song that we're going to take them out to. Don't know how to act.
Oh, don't know how to act, man. It's a song to where, man, the guy on the song, it's this guy on the song named Chucc, man. And it's like I didn't really know him. I didn't know him, but I knew of him. You know what I mean? And he's a tough guy. You know what I mean? And like the stories I heard about him, you know what I mean? I'm like, dang, he don't know how to act. You know what I mean? And then, so when I heard that he rapped, you know what I mean? I contacted him or whatever, and I contacted his manager or whatever. And I asked her, I told her, I said, hey man, I got a song. I need Chucc, man, to hear me. I need him to get on this song with me. And so they sent the song to him or whatever, and he loved it. You know what I mean? So we ended up doing the song or whatever. Then we ended up shooting the video, and he died 2 days before the video was released. You know what I mean? And he really was looking forward to the song. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Yeah. And it's messed up. Shout out to Chucc, man. Rest in peace. But he gave me that idea of that song just because of his character. You know what I mean? Of the stories I'd heard from him. So it was a respect thing, a song for him.
All right. Well, we're going to take it out. Again, you've been listening to the Get Global Network interview, Artist on Deck, series, the interview with Chucc Chucc, and we're taking you out with Don't Know How to Act.
Dressed in all black, ride with the slap cause I don't know how to act. All my niggas jack cause we don't know how to act. Everywhere I'm at, bitch, I don't know how to act. Don't know how to act, don't know how to act. Everywhere I'm at, bitch, I don't know how to act. Thug town ain't on the map cause we don't know how to act. All my boys got a slap, bitch, we don't know how to act. Yeah, I said I don't know how to act. These broke niggas mad cause they don't know how to stack. If I ever go broke, I sure know how to jack. I never tell on my folks, boy, I don't know how to rap. Got some niggas on the yard, they ain't never coming back. For them, I'm going hard, I ain't never gon' slack. I ain't got a computer, but I'm ride with the Mac. All my niggas are shooters, you think my guys from Iraq. And yours are banana clips, well that's how we handle shit. All my niggas is killers, we hit your block and we damage it. Still stacking my green, my pistol black with a beam. Case them boys wanna jack, I take them boys off the map. Because I don't know how to act, don't know how to act. Everywhere I'm at, bitch, I don't know how to act. Thug town ain't on the map, girl, we don't know how to act. All my boys got a slap, bitch, we don't know how to act.
They hitting licks 17 with the mask off. It ain't no love for these bitches, they getting passed off. Young nigga packing them 30s and knock your ass off. I'm on the phone with the plug like what a bag costs. I got some niggas locked who ain't never coming home. Bitches won't answer the phone, I know they feel alone. Don't know how to act in my zone, bitch, plus my feelings gone. Pull up in front of your home, that mean it till you don't. Been selling beans and light greens since I was 14. Bitch, I been stacking so clean, playing with triple beans. 400 gang on the scene, official cream team. Bitch, I'm a fool on that lean, a nigga do his thing.
Don't know how to act, don't know how to act. Everywhere I'm at, bitch, I don't know how to act. Thug town ain't on the map, cause we don't know how to act. All my boys got a slap, bitch, we don't know how to act.
Nigga, they don't like it, gon' get your ass knocked off. Son, God, nephew, get the deal, let's go. Catch him on the snap, I got him, bet I blow his nose. Hide you, got you, blast you, God, no. See me round this bitch and I ain't talking about no iPhone. Talking for a week or two, kill your girl and fuck the well. I mean, kill well and fuck your girl. Either way, it's two keys well. Fuck around and murder you. Swear this shit ain't nothing new. Promise I'ma promise you. Thinking you can fuck with two. Bitch, you love me, got you. Anything for shady loot. Love the way I treat my crew. Low like Savage Hill. By still fucking street of crew. I go over the streets with them. Bitch, you know what I do. Friday, midnight. Anywhere I finish you. Really with this shit, bitch. A party even try to. Put you in short exposure, ho. Thinking that we acting dope. For young niggas through your throat. Not your head and not your throat. Mama princess, let us go. Jerry better an hour ago. Duck fish, then get the brains off the floor.
Don't know how to act, don't know how to act. Everywhere I'm at, bitch, I don't know how to act. Thug town ain't on the map, cause we don't know how to act. All my boys got a slap, bitch, we don't know how to act.
Cash me out. Shit, nigga. Yeah. Do what I do, Chuck.
You have been listening to the Get Global Network podcast of Artist on Deck. You can hear the show Wednesdays on Get Global Network stations like Yes-Sir-FM, Next Level Radio, and Big Red Radio Nation at 8 p.m. and again at 12 a.m. Eastern Time. Listen to the show on the go or hear replays of previous shows by installing any of the Get Global Network apps like So Metro Magazine, Next Level Radio, or Grassroots Salute for your cell phone. The apps are available for download on both Google Play and iTunes app stores. Take the time to subscribe to our podcast via iTunes, Stitcher, TuneIn, or the Spreaker Podcast Network.